A common refrain I hear from the anti-gay movement is that God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. This colorful little poem is pertaining to the first chapters of the Old Testament, in which, among other things, tells of the six-day creation of the universe by the Judeo-Christian God, and the creation of the first members of humanity as well. Well, the biblical literalists have missed something. There are two creation of human stories in the Bible, which means, if it is taken literally, that there were 4 humans at the beginning of the world, not 2. Which means that the possibility of homosexuality and bisexuality just increased. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, it is written, quote, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them." Unquote. Both male and female were created from the same stuff at the same time. That would make the total number of humans so far in the world at around 2 people. But then there is Genesis chapter 2, verses 21 through 23, and this is the more traditional version of the story we all heard about, the one where man is created first and then later on, to combat Adam's loneliness, a woman called Eve was created out of Adam's rib. Then the story goes on about life in the garden, the temptation, subsequent expulsion from the Edenic paradise, and the cursing of all mankind forever. Now the total number of humans in the world is now 4. Because we don't find anywhere in this text that the chapter 1 humans were destroyed, we must assume that they were around when the chapter 2 humans were created. And thus, this is why I now count the total human population at 4. If you take the Bible as the inerrant word of God, this must be the only explanation that makes any kind of sense. Mind you, the Jews of the ancient world saw this discrepancy, and wanting their Bible to make sense, they made up a story and put it in their midrash in an effort to try to explain away this problem. But the midrash is not a holy book of the Christians, as far as I know. So the problem with the Christian opposition to homosexuality is that if they believe that their holy book is without error, how do you explain that problem away without coming up with some kind of ludicrous, pious rationalization? Then, if you think your holy book is inerrant, then you must accept the possibility that there could have been gay and lesbian sex among the first humans. Or at least, the first humans were raving bisexuals, having their way with each other in every way at every chance they got, like some great Edenic orgy. Sounds more like a plot to a porn movie than a holy book. Or simply that these are mythical stories that were written by 2 different human beings at different times and shoved into the Old Testament without regard to any kind of rhyme or reason. So when you hear that colorful little anti-gay rhyme, you tell them that there was an Adam and an Eve, but there were a Steve and a Jane as well.